My people wonder they say shall never end. Right now they said the king who went into seclusion about 7 days ago and just returned, and the Olojo festival have been celebrated. They said the king came back with bad news. They said it was something that made him shed tears because this kind of hidden secret, they never get to find out about it, and they have been running around doing all sort of things. They said during that period that Kabiyesi wanted to carry out immunity removal on some of his wives, there are some elders who gang up to make sure that that did not happen. Then, when Kabiyesi find out that some people are fighting that, he decided to release Ogunjaye. They said when the king released Ogunjaye, that few elders flew away from the palace. As in few of them, about 5 to 6 elders or so, they left the palace upon hearing that Ogunjaye have been released. But they thought that that is going to be the end. So when they started pleading with the king, especially when that Ogunjaye started doing its work, because during that period that Ogunjaye was released, about 4 elders died, and those four elders, their hands were not clean. They were involved in one or two that made that Ogunjaye to send them to their early grave. So when all this happened, they started begging the king. They started saying all sort of. Then after everything, the king binded that Ogunjaye. And they said when the king binds Ogunjaye, they thought it was the end. And that was how they said some of them returned back. When they returned back, because some of them are council of chiefs, almost all of them are council of chiefs. Almost all the 4 or 5 elders who left the palace during that period that the king released Ogunjaye, they are council of chiefs. They are one of those kingmakers and all of that. So that is how they said when Ogunjaye was binded, they came back. They entered the palace either for a meeting or one reason or the other. They said that particular day that they entered the palace, they never remained the same. That was how they said all 3 of them, before 4 or 5 of them became sick. And the kind of sickness that we are talking about is not something that you can go to the hospital and receive treatment. They said there is one of them whose children are very rich and wealthy. They have taken him to different countries for treatment. They have taken him to UK. They have taken him to all the places they know that their father can receive a good treatment. But unfortunately, they said it never happened. He might be doing as if he's getting better. Then, when he came back, everything will be worse again. To tell you that the sickness is not ordinary, it is spiritual. So this thing continued like that. And they said the palace became worried. What kind of sickness could this be? Because these are the elders who are involved in decision making in the palace. So when things like that happens to them, it will affect the board, as in the council of chiefs and everything. And they were worried. And they said when Kabiyesi was about to enter into seclusion, he was hoping that the gods will answer his prayers and heal those elders. Maybe he even remembered them in prayers. And again, he was telling himself that even after that, they will have to find a way to help them recover from the sickness, even if it involves spiritual means and all of that. Unfortunately, they said when the king came out from seclusion, he managed to be smiling with people. He did those things that he used to do when he come back, like praying for the people, them touching him and all of that. You saw the video and everything. But they said Kabiyesi was bittered. He was not happy at all. In as much as they did not see the tears rolling down his cheek. But they said the king was he was filled with tears due to the kind of things that was revealed to him while he was in seclusion. They said that was how he told the people that a lot has been going on. A lot. And this is happening because most of these trusted elders are not worthy to be trusted. So they said there is a particular sickness they call Arun okunkun. This Arun okunkun is a kind of sickness that when one is suffering from that, the person when you go to hospital, they will not identify any kind of sickness because it is spiritual, and the thing will be eating you up. As a matter of fact, it will make you lose value. Before you know it, they said even things about you will start diminishing. If it's an elder that have so much respect, people will start disrespecting that person. How it happened is something that a lot of people may not explain. They said that Arun okunkun is a strange sickness from the gods. And when that happens, it doesn't happen to a particular person. That this kind of sickness is something that the gods use to visit group of people who gang up against someone, or a family who commits something that is abominable in the land. They tend to get that kind of sickness from the gods. Sometimes the only way out of this kind of sickness is whether, as in when they kind of let's say there is a, as in they did something that assume, okay, there's an example. They said there was a particular king in the past, that this king have a priestess, and that priestess was doing well, but because the priestess is not hiding the elders evil, whatever they do, the priestess will expose them. That was how they said they gang up and send the priestess out of the land by saying that she did something that she did not do. And when that sickness before them, they started running around. That was how they find out about that Arun Okunkun. And they said the Arun Okunkun, the only way out of it is if they will go and appease that person, like that priestess that they sent out, then beg the priestess to come back, and if the priestess forgives them, that is the only way they can be better. And during that period, they said the person who carries it on top of her head never recovered. But others who joined the person's evil plot, after appeasing the priestess and begging for her forgiveness, she forgave them. She returned back to the land, and they said they regained themselves. So right now, they are saying that those elders who are the key elders in that council of chiefs that are experiencing different kinds of sickness right now, they said the king have come out to let them know that no matter where they take them to, that they are not going to recover. No matter the hospital, no matter the country, even if they like, let them take them to India, that they are never going to recover until they confess and undo what they have done. That these people are the ones who plotted and worked with some people in the palace to send Queen Naomi away by manipulations and other things that they have done. That unless they confess, then the king will do some kind of appeasement on their behalf to the gods. That is the only way they are going to get themselves. That if not, they are going to die on this sickness. They said the people were shocked. The people were surprised. Because with everything they are doing, they think that they are getting away with it. When that Ogunjaye was released, every one of them was shouting. But unfortunately, when Ogunjaye was banned, was kind of locked up, they thought that everything is now okay. They never know that the deed have been done, as in they have entered, they say they don't enter. That the gods have taken charge already. And their plan was to return back and start from where they stopped when they heard that Ogunjaye have been locked up again, not knowing that the gods have decided to take charge of the whole thing. Right now, they said, when Kabiyesi came out with this news, everyone was shocked. Everyone was surprised because there is nothing they said their families have not done. Even the elders who are friends to them have also helped in many ways to see if they will get better. But unfortunately, they never know that it was the gods that was dealing with them. So right now, they said the king is telling them that the only way out of all of this is for them to confess, and they will start appeasement if they want to survive it. But if not, they are on their own. That is what they said, the king. told them. Allegedly, oh, this is what we are hearing if the information is true. Don't forget, they are unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless we verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and don't forget to give my video a thumbs up and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.